Hello and welcome back to my channel. So a couple of weeks ago on Instagram, I was kind of doing like a frequently asked hair question because I feel like I get a ton of questions on my hair. So I'm gonna kind of do what I did there, kind of answer some of your questions and do my hair at the same exact time. This is how I do my hair when I don't really want to do my hair. It's really quick and it just involves a triple barrel curler or a waver, whatever you want to call it. Just don't call it a crimper. There is a big difference between waving your hair and crimping your hair. I did a waving video kind of a few months back, but I feel like that's more my summer wavy look where I like it big and poofy, and this one is like a more sleek kind of styled wavy hair. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that and just kind of how I style my hair when I don't really want to, which is literally most of the time. Like if I really don't want to style my hair, I will leave my hair like this. So I'm not ashamed of a messy bun. I love a messy bun. I love messy hair over like just perfectly coiffed hair. I feel like coiffed is a word, right? And I don't get to use coiffed enough. But this will be like a more sleek kind of put together wavy look for the holidays. Did I just hit myself in the face? I did. Also, as you can hear, like I'm still sick. It is hanging on for dear life. I don't feel bad. I just really sound bad. I feel like it's like especially when I wake up in the morning, I don't even have a voice. Before we get all this put together, I quickly want to mention to you guys my last Audible recommendation for this year, I believe. I know that I said that in my last video, but I'm pretty sure that this is the last one. You guys know that I've been partnered with Audible forever. I feel like we have our own little audio book club here, which I'm really into. So I'm currently listening to The Great Gatsby. It's really good because it's read by Jake Gyllenhaal and his voice is really, really soothing and relaxing. So currently right now, because it's the holiday season, Audible is running a special where you can get 3 months of Audible for only $6.95. I'm pretty sure that's like more than half off the original price of Audible, so you can get 1 audiobook and 2 Audible Originals. All you have to do is go to audible.com/Nicole. They have an unmatched selection of books. Literally whatever you want, they have it. There's never a time that I've searched for an audiobook on Audible that I haven't been able to find it. So again, if you want to try Audible for yourself, you can go to audible.com/Nicole, or you can text Nicole to 500-500. It's literally the best thing in the world for relaxing your mind because it just like transports you into the book. Well, for me it does. I always say this, but whatever book I'm listening to, I'm the main character. So that's fine. I have not finished Great Gatsby yet. I think I have about 2 hours left. Obviously, I mean, I do know the story. I just like listening to the audiobook because I feel like the audiobook is just always better than the movie. Like there's just so much more detail in the audiobooks. So I absolutely love Audible. I highly, highly recommend it. If you have not listened to an audiobook, you're missing out. Like really. Let me just give you a little snippet of Jake Gyllenhaal's voice reading this book because it sounds so good.
I exclaimed. What's funny? She turned her head as there was a light, dignified knocking at the front door. I went out and opened it. Gatsby, pale as death, with his hands plunged like weights in his coat pockets, was standing in a puddle of water, glaring tragically into my eyes.
That's it. That's all you get. I never realized like how good Jake Gyllenhaal's voice was, but Okay, so here's my hair. I washed it 2 days ago and I just let it air dry, so it's a little on the rough side. Okay, it's a little on the struggle bus. So actually it doesn't look that bad. But this is just how my hair dries. I haven't even brushed it in like 2 days. So let me give it a little brush through. Also, a tip for brushing your hair, you should always start at the ends of your hair and work your way up. Like never bring your brush from here and like pull it straight down. You should always start at the ends and just work your way up if you want like a little bit less breakage in your hair. I'm using a wet brush to brush my hair. Even when my hair is dry, I usually always use a wet brush because I have extensions, as you guys know. I just feel like the wet brush pulls your hair like a lot less than a like regular brush would. And this one is from Kristen S. I got this guy from Target. Also, if I know I'm going to give my hair a wave, like if I'm going to use this like triple barrel curling iron, then I just let my hair air dry because I just like its more natural texture. So then after I have it all brushed out, I'm going to spray it with a little bit of dry shampoo. My 2 favorite ones that I use are from Baptiste. I know that they make dark tone dry shampoos, but I just personally don't like them because I like to get in and like you know, like really work the dry shampoo into the hair so it's like doing its job and absorbing the oil. And sometimes I feel like when I use a dark tone dry shampoo that it gets all over my fingers, and like I'm not down with that. It'll like stain like my nails underneath my nails, and I'm just like, no. We don't like that. So don't be like turned off by dry shampoos that aren't dark tone if you have dark hair, because if you work them in enough, you won't have like that you won't have that white cast that some dry shampoos can give you. It's like so hard to talk, y'all. The two that I like the most are the volumizing dry shampoo and the hydrating dry shampoo. I'm gonna use the hydrating one today. So I'm just gonna really spray it. My earring. I need to get my extensions moved up. Like if you can see that, it's like a piece of string right there, but you can see like they need to be like all the way up here. All right, let that sit there for a second. Ow. And then I'll just start kind of working it in. This one's nice because it is an invisible formula, so you don't get the white cast, and I don't have to worry about the dark tone like staining my fingers. I use dry shampoo almost every single day because I usually wash my hair like only once or twice a week. So I use dry shampoo almost every single day of my life, and I can't live without it. Give it another brush through because obviously we need it. Oh, what's my necklace doing? I get a lot of questions on what kind of hair extensions I wear as well. Currently, I'm wearing Monaco hair extensions. Like the salon that I go to is called Monaco Salon, and it's in Tampa, Florida, but they have their own brand of hair extensions. So my hair is basically a sew-in. They're called hand-tied hair extensions, but it's basically a sew-in. You can see the entire weft is here. So it starts up here. As you can see, I definitely need to get my extensions moved up. I love a hand-tied hair extension. This is the only method now that I will ever use. When you first get your hair put in, it literally looks like it's growing out of your scalp. It's a little tight the first couple of days, I'm not gonna lie, but the removal process is the fastest ever. There's no residue or anything left in your hair. A lot of people asked if I notice any kind of damage to my hair, and the answer is no, just as long as you go to somebody that actually knows what they're doing. There's a lot of people that are just now learning how to do the hand-tied method, and if they don't put enough beads in your hair to support the weight of the weft evenly, then you may find that it's a little tuggy or a little pulley, but like I've never had that issue ever. I have tried every single extension there is, whether it be a tape-in, a clip-in, a sew-in, a bonded-in, glued-in, and this is really the only method that I've ever really loved. I feel like if you've never got it before, you might be like, ow, when they're putting your hair in, but you get used to it. I just realized that my ice cream cone isn't lit up. So I recently got a new triple barrel waver. This one is the golden hot one. The one that I've always recommended to you guys is this one from Amazon. Now I do like this one, but I find that it takes a really long time to heat up. Like I have to turn this thing on literally when I start doing my makeup for it to be ready to do my hair, and sometimes I feel like I have to hold it in my hair for too long. This one heats up so fast, and I only have to hold it in my hair for a few seconds. I just split my hair down the middle and then work like this on one section and then the other. So we're gonna take this front section first. The way that I like to do it is have the flat part back, like facing my face, and then we're just gonna give it a squeeze. And like you see how this hair already has a little bit of texture in it? That helps. And I just follow the little loop, like doop, you know? Don't worry about this crease right here. I'll show you what I do to kind of make it look not so creasy there. But I probably hold it in for 5-10 seconds each one. The longer you hold it in, the more defined your wave will be. And then I always push it up, like you see. So it's like cooling in that form, in that S form. Skipped one. It's funny because I have a lot of people ask me if this is a crimper, and the answer is no. A crimper is more like 80s style. I do have a crimper, but that's more, it's a very tight crimp, like a very tight wave. So, I mean, if you want to crimp your hair, girl, get into it. Who am I to tell you not to crimp your hair? But this is not a crimper. This is your waver. I told you guys on my Instagram that I had a pretty traumatic hair experience. And that's why I've been wearing my extensions like nonstop. Like usually I would take like a break and go back between short hair and long hair. But I told you that I had a pretty dramatic experience. Not dramatic, traumatic, I should say. And yeah, I basically got a chemical haircut, and these front pieces of my hair were like up to here, like these back pieces, which are still kind of growing out. I mean, he's pretty long now, but he was like right here. And this was like over a year ago. It literally happened right before I got on a plane to LA for BeautyCon. My hair was like up is the best, easiest way that I can say it. Basically the bleach got left on my hair way too long and it just chemically cut my hair. If you don't know what a chemical cut is, you are one of the lucky ones, but it's when the bleach just fries all your hair off. So when I started using the hand-tied hair extensions, I noticed that my hair was actually growing because the removal process was just so easy. I literally have not turned back since. As you can see, my front pieces are way longer. Like they were literally like right at my eye. Ugh. And thank God for hair extensions after that, because I don't know if I would have made it to BeautyCon, but I literally had extensions to like right here. Like they were literally at my scalp like this. So a lot of people are like, I don't remember that. When was this? And thank God for my stylist now. Like she was just like the saving grace, and she brought my hair back to life. And that is Krista at Monaco Salon. So I'm just like so thankful for her. Yeah, long story short, if you feel like the bleach has been on your hair for too long, then say something. I should have said something, because I was just sitting there like, is anybody gonna take this off my head? I will never, ever, ever in my whole life do another full head of bleach on my scalp, like from root to tip. Like never again. Like I will never. No, like one time was enough for me. Your girl learned her lesson. There is no need. If I ever want to have blonde hair, I'll just literally throw a wig in. Like, okay. Okay. Done. Done, 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 done. I want it to be December already so that I can start watching Christmas movies, because Beeb says we can't watch Christmas movies till December. You know what we watched the other night? We watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I am a Quentin Tarantino fan, okay? I love all of his movies that he's ever made. I think that they're really, really great. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was not. Like, I have no words. Okay. So I'm just gonna turn my hair straightener on real quick just to get rid of these like little lumps right there in the front. I'm just gonna smooth it out a little. Not a lot, because I want the crinkle there. I just don't want it to be so aggressive. You see how like it's a little flatter now? Because like I want the bend up there, but I don't. There, that's better. Like I said, sometimes the little, I call it a lump, but sometimes it doesn't bother me. Today it was. I'm gonna take some mousse, and this is what we're gonna use to give it like a more sleek effect. In my other video, I just kind of brushed out my waves so that it was like a poof, which I'm into too, but I'm gonna give you guys a little more sleek option. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of hair mousse. By a little bit, I mean like a lot of it. Yeah. And then we're just gonna work this through the hair to kind of enhance the wave and just make it a little more sleek and like wet. So if you have nails, this is when they come in really handy. I'm just gonna do the one side first. Oh, cool. You can also use like a styling cream for this. You can use hair oil for this. You can keep adding mousse. Like you can literally make your hair look like it's soaking wet if you add a bunch of mousse to it. But if you don't want to go for the wet look and you just want a little bit of a more sleek put together wave, you can leave it like this. I have put a ton in, so you can see the difference. Like this side just has more, it's just more poofy, you know, like the wave is a little more poof, and over here it's a little more it's just another option you have when using your waver. Like you can go really big and poofed or you can go like sleek and wet. Also, if you have hair extensions, it helps, the mousse really helps to hide your shorter pieces like in with your hair. And that is that. Nobody knows that you didn't wash your hair for a couple days. You have good texture, good control, good shine. Voila! I love wearing it like this. I had a lot of questions from you guys when Car posted this picture from Halloween. My hair kind of had this like wavy wet vibe, and this is basically all you have to do. Again, if you want it to go for like a really wet look, like you just got out of the ocean, or you know, Kim K Met Gala vibes, then you could douse like a whole bottle of mousse in your hair and it would still look really, really cute. So that is it for me. I don't think I have anything else to tell you guys except I love you, and I will see you super soon in another video. Bye guys.